Hi there, and welcome to this series. My name is Ian Oswald. I'm one of the founders of Show Me Do. So in this series, we're going to look at how functions work inside Python. We're using Python version 2.5. This series was recorded during October 2008. In the first episode, it's the first of 5 full episodes, we're going to look at the definition of a function. So we can see that here. We define hello world, and we discuss how to call the function, naming conventions for the function, and the suggestion that you always use a docstring, that's this line up here, to document your function. And we also go on to look at how Python's functions are first-class functions. We define what that means, which is different to how functions are used in Java and C++, for example. In the second episode, we look to build up a new function. We take the idea that we're developing code at the command line or at the immediate level, and then having built the code that we need, we promote it into a function, and then we pass arguments in, and we return values back to the callee. In the third episode, we expand upon this further, looking at different ways of passing multiple arguments into a function, including tuples, and then returning multiple arguments in different ways. So you can see how to pass in more than one variable and return more than one variable, and also how to pass in many items but compressed inside a tuple, which we've covered elsewhere in Show Me Do, so that you're only passing in one item but it contains many values. In the fourth episode, we look at scoping rules. We see how in the first example that variables declared inside the scope of a function live only in the scope of that function and can't be used outside. We also look at the problem of masking, so we uncomment this example and work through it. We see how masking can make your programs harder to debug, and we show you how to avoid that. And in the final example, we look at the use of the global keyword, which gets us past masking but introduces further debugging issues. And we talk about the heuristic for how you can more reliably pass your data around and make your programs more readable. In the last episode, we look at how one function can call another function, how we can use nested functions. This is like declaring variables inside a function. They have their own scoping rules. And how we can work with the notion of private functions, which are private within a module. The fact that this is not enforced by Python, but this is a convention that humans follow. And so by the end of this series, you'll have a very good idea of how to define your own functions, how to use multiple arguments coming in and passing out, how to document your functions, where to go on the web for some examples, and some of the common pitfalls which can catch you out, and how to avoid them so you can keep learning Python quickly and get on with solving your own problems rather than scratching your head when faced with the same kind of things that everyone else has encountered. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope that you continue to watch the rest of this series.